Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. I don't know what to call this video. I'm going to probably call it something like diabetic medical setback. Everybody says, hey David, everything works for you. You look just great. You lose weight. You like to go walking and maybe even run sometimes. Run, walk. You do all that stuff. You lost a lot of weight. You never have any issues at all. Everything is peaches and cream. Woo, 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 peachy dandy, peaches cream, whatever. You have no issues, David. You are great. You think you're so special. Nope. When it comes to good and bad on the scales, there's been times where if this was a scale like this, up and down, it'd track bad, it'd be bad up here and good way down here. If you put them both on one of those teeter-totter type scale and you put all the good stuff on one side of the scale and the bad stuff on the other, it would shoot the good into the air because there's so much more bad than there was good. Bad. I was so fat. See, I'm not exactly okay now. My high beams are on. It's kind of cold out here, but anyway, anyway, last night I had a diabetic scare, not a scare, but an issue, and it caused me to be scared, and I couldn't sleep. And I'm not showing the sky, but I can maybe do another video. But it looks like it's going to rain. They said it wasn't going to rain again, but the skies are completely black. And I got tapped on the head with a few pieces of rain. If it rains more, I'm going to have to stop this and run inside with the camera because I am outside. But no, I had an issue when I started this channel. I was about 300 pounds. I was in the hospital. I almost lost my leg. That is pretty serious. Tap. Pretty serious. I had a bone infection. I had a hole in my foot. A hole. That's like a blister that popped. Just enough for it to get a little more. I didn't do anything. I might have put a Band-Aid on it. But what happened was, your bone in your toe, let's use my thumb as an example, your bone is right there. How thick is your toe? How thick is your big toe? They call it the grand toe, But how thick is that? It's not very thick. So that means that bone is pretty close to the surface. Now, I don't know how the infection got into the bone, but it got to the bone because of the fact there was a hole in my foot and an infection got in there. Now, I don't know how it penetrates the bone. Is the bone porous enough that it just sucks up the infection? But anyway, they're going to cut off my toe, my foot, or my leg. David, do you want A, B, or C? Hey, how about none of the above? That's what I wanted, none of the above. So I convinced them to let me go onto a program where they would put me on antibiotics for 6 weeks. Couldn't work, couldn't do anything for 6 weeks. Every single day, took 4 antibiotics. They call them cassettes, but they're like little round balls. And I take 4 of those a day. So working, pretty much, no. Maybe an hour here, an hour there. Sometimes I'd have the cassette in my hand. I mean, I'd have to have the cassette hooked into a PICC line to my heart, and I'd put the ball in my pocket, and it would be running my arm. And if I wore long sleeves, you couldn't even tell. So I went through all that. So, I've had issues. As you probably do too. Am I doing better now that I lost weight? Yes. Am I going to do better if I lose some more weight? Probably. No way of knowing what the future's going to hold. But last night, I've been having this problem. When you're a diabetic, sometimes you're slow to heal. And you have to go to like wound care clinic or wound clinic, and it will treat your wound so it doesn't become a bigger issue. I was out walking again. I like to walk. I was walking quite a bit, and I noticed my foot's kind of a little bit sore on the bottom. And I had a bloody spot on my toe. So I've been treating it. I put ointment on it. I know what they're going to do. If I don't get an infection, I know what they're going to do. They're going to put ointment. They're going to wrap it. I can do all that. I still have all those supplies from when my foot was so bad off back when I almost lost my leg. Go back to the earlier videos. Go back that way to the earlier videos. Take a look at those. You can see it was pretty bad. I'm not showing photographs or anything, but you'll hear the description of what I was going through. They're recap videos. I wasn't currently going through it because I didn't have a channel when I was going through. I didn't have anything when I was going through it. I was just like terrified that I was going to start losing body parts. But I had a bloody toe, and I started treating it. I put this. It's called. It has almost like Xerox. It's like a film. It has petroleum jelly on it. Then you put ointment on that. You stick it to the wound, and then you wrap it with gauze and then tape on top of that. And that's how my foot is right now. But I noticed that, and I started worrying about it. And then I started getting pain. When I had the problem with the bone infection, it was the weirdest thing. I had a hole in the bottom of my foot, but my pain was on the top of my foot. And I had, this is my foot, for example, I had a big red spot like this. and the pain was on the top because my pain was not from the blister that was bleeding on the bottom of it. It was from the bone infection in my leg. It doesn't work its way up to my leg. And they drew the first day. They said, we're going to have to cut your leg off. We'll probably do it tonight. Can we wait on that? So I talked to the medical side. First I talked to the surgical, then the medical, then luckily the surgical team wasn't there. That's right, the surgeon wasn't there at night, or else probably, here comes the knife. And I understand, you got infection here and no infection here. You cut there. Clean spot, makes sense, right? You got a little bit of mold on your cheese, you cut off the mold, you still eat the cheese. That's similar to what happened there. But I was lucky enough to meet with a great team. We worked, the infectious disease control, they would take infectious disease, not infectious disease control, but they would take scrapings of the infection and figure out which antibiotic would fight it the most. They took a needle about that long, stuck it in my toe, pushed it all over my body, and nothing to numb the pain, nothing, just when they would do that as well. Thanks. He said it's gonna hurt really bad. I said, give me another one if you can, because I want to save my leg. So every time I would go to the podiatrist for aftercare, they said, would you mind if we want? It seems it worked. We do like this to give you the yes. I found out all kinds of stuff. I had MRSA for one thing when I was there. I had bad vascular health. I knew my vascular health wasn't going to be that great, but being a diabetic, and I had to take some kind of medication. There's videos back there on the supplements I take. So if you have problems with circulation, vascular health, or whatever, it's in there. If you have problems with pain, it's in there. But last night I went to bed, and I've been feeling a little bit of pain in my foot. What is this? What is this? So I go to bed, and I'm trying to sleep, and I got a sharp pain, like the shooting pain into my toe with cramping, a little bit of cramping and sharp pain. Then it would go away, then it'd come back, and then it'd come back for a long time, then a short time. So what it was diabetic nerve pain, which is slightly different than diabetic neuropathy. I guess neuropathy has tingling, this is more just like pain. Here's some pain for you, and it hurt bad. And I of course went to Dr. Google and the Diabetes Association to see what I can do, podiatry, and they said there's nothing you can do. If it keeps going on, you have to go to the doctor, and they're probably talking about surgery at that point. But if it continues, that's what I'd have to do. So I couldn't sleep. They said take some ibuprofen, and that may help. So I took one tablet of ibuprofen. I went back to sleep, and I was able to sleep. But I got very few hours of sleep, and this is great sleeping weather. It looks like it's time to go to sleep right now. And I did not go to sleep right now. I did not go to sleep at all because I couldn't sleep. I didn't sleep at all last night. But that is something that happened, and I had to get up and take some. I took one pill. They said take one every 2 hours of ibuprofen, and if one's not working, up it to 2. Don't take it more often, but just take 2 each time you do it, every 2 hours. Luckily, I only had to take one, and I had no pain today. I went back onto my thing. I'm taking I do one back here about neuropathy. Look at that one. Maybe I'll put the links to some of these in the comments on here. Neuropathy, the supplements I take. It's called What's Up. I was trying to be clever back then. Yeah. So some good news. I'm booked Sunday on a commercial. Sunday I got a commercial. If you would like to have tap a commercial or something or anything, and I can help you, I'd like to help you. So remember, I'll point this way. I think it's going to work. I notice that if I film off of my computer and I turn it, it doesn't work. I think I'm pointing to the left, so you should be seen on the right. And in the middle here, you might see a little subscribe thing. You can click on. My manager will be putting that on there. Click, and he'll do the SEO and some editing of this video. But if you would like to do some acting, do that. But remember, you're gonna have setbacks. I had a setback last night. Hopefully tonight it's not doing that. I still have to monitor the cut on my foot. I may have to go to wound care. I go in there and they'll do whatever they can do. Usually they give you advice and some gauze and some ointment, and they tell you what to do. I know what to do on this situation. Do I know what to do on all situations? No. Did I have a diabetic medical setback? Yes, I considered it a diabetic setback or a diabetic medical issue that happened last night. So maybe I'll put it as an episode, like diabetic medical issue or something. And it happened to me last night. And right now I'm doing okay. Don't have any pain. I'm getting ready to leave because I have to go drop something off for an audition thing I had done, and election money to drop something off. And then Sunday I'm filming. If you want to film, once again, if you have any diabetic issues, people, remember, this is your journey. My journey. I know I need to lose a little more weight, and I'm going to. My boobies are big, bigger than Dalen Mulvaney. he had surgery. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lose a little bit more weight. Yeah, this shirt's a little tight. This is my Charlie Brown shirt. You see it? It has stripes on it. It doesn't have stripes like this, but it's kind of like, I wear this one for retro stuff all the time. If they say, oh, we want you to have like a retro t-shirt, like maybe you're at the yacht club or you're fishing or something, they love to pick this shirt. It looks like something out of the 70s, 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever. Who cares? You like it? I'll wear it. So anyway, please, once again, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, and let's get some acting work. Let's get our feet healthy. Let's get our bodies healthy. Let's get out there and move if we can. Remember, check with your doctors. I did check with my doctor. I almost lost my leg. You know, some people say, why do you tell us to check with our doctor? That's stupid. I know what to do. Well, you probably don't. If you're massively overweight, you have diabetes, you have high blood pressure, you have high cholesterol, you probably don't know what to do. You may know what to do, but you're not doing it. Let's be honest. People say, oh, I know what to do. I'm going to eat less and exercise more. Well, maybe that'll work. Maybe it won't. So anyway, signing off. It's Wednesday, and it is probably about 2:15 or so. So I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great Wednesday. Take care.